Hi, welcome to Hi Fi channel. Today you are going to know about professional self-introduction. Before going to start to speak about yourself, better you start with your self-introduction with a thanking phrase. See, how can you give a thanking phrase? You can say to the HR like, "Thank you so much for giving me a wonderful opportunity to speak about myself," or "It's my pleasure to speak about myself before you, sir." When you give a thanking phrase to the HR, he understands that you have a good mannerism. So always start your self-introduction with a thanking phrase before abruptly jump into speaking about yourself. Moving on, first let you start with your name and your place. See, coming to name and place, generally we start to speak like I am. That I am could be the most ideal phrase to start to speak about your name. Don't make use of the phrase this is, because this is can be used in the most informal context rather in the formal context. So the ideal phrase could be I am Mr. or my name is. So after giving your name, start to speak about the place. So maybe like the place could be like your native place. You can continue at a stretch statement like I am Mr. Prasad and I am from Guntur. See, when you make use of name and place at a stretch, so that it gives that good impression to the HR. And do remember, give a unique or special quality about the place. So try to add up a particular statement to the native place. See, for example, when I speak about my native place Guntur, I can proudly say Guntur is an education hub of Andhra Pradesh. Moving on, try to speak about your education qualifications. See, when you try to speak about your education qualifications, do remember always that you have to start with your recent qualification first. Reason is that the HR wants to know more about your recent qualification rather than your previous qualification. So start to speak about your recent qualification. For instance, as I know that this particular self-introduction could be required mostly for the BTech graduate students, as you are either in the final year BTech or you might have completed your BTech. You can start speaking like, if you are in the final year BTech, you can say like I am doing final year BTech in the stream of so and so. So it speaks that you are at present in the final BTech. If you have completed BTech, you can say like I have completed BTech in so and so college with a so and so percentage. This is how you need to start speaking about your education qualifications. Try to your recent qualification. Try to speak about your immediate recent qualification like intermediate. So you can say like I completed intermediate in Teacher Junior College with 85 percentage. Then you can speak about your SSC. You can make use of a statement like I did SSC in Basham High School with a percentage of 90. So when you start speaking about your education qualifications, starting with recently and maybe completing about the previous qualification like 10th, that could be really ideological order. So moving on, let us speak about the skill set. Rather, I can call it as strong points. See, when you talk about your strong points or skill set, make sure that your skills are going to earn you a job, or your skills are going to fetch you a job. So regarding your skill set, you have to be very specific to focus more and more about speaking your skill set. You can start speaking about your skill set like when I speak about my skills, I'm very good at communication skills and I have a good positive attitude. See, instead of speaking about your strong points like my strong points are communication skills and good positive attitude, rather you try to make it in a phrase, in a statement, or rather than giving a simple statement. So that could be really ideal. And so when you speak about your skill sets in one or two statements, definitely you can send a positive impression. You can get a positive impression in the minds of the picture. Moving on, achievements. Obviously, achievements could be an optional, because all the students could not have achievements in one's lives. So if you have any achievement, achieved anything at state level, at district level, any prize, that can be really a great achievement in your feather. You can speak about your achievement, or else simply ignore this particular point. So moving on, hobbies. When you speak about your pastime activities or hobbies, make it very clear that the HR wants to hear more about your hobbies. Reason is that he'll come to know and he will assess what could be your hobbies and what could you do in your free time. So when you speak about your hobbies, instead of simply saying like my hobbies are playing shuttle and gardening. No, that could not be giving a good impression in the minds of the teacher. Rather, you can speak like when I speak about my hobbies, I love spending a lot of time in gardening and I pluck the flowers so that I do watering the plants. See this statement, how impression, what sort of impression that you can create in the minds of the teacher. So moving on, goal. See, when you speak about your goal, always do remember that you have to speak about your short-term goal first, followed by your long-term goal. Reason is that goal, being the students and being the people, we do have a very short-term goal immediately, and maybe after 5 years or 10 years, we will need to reach a certain goal in our lives. So do always remember, speak about two goals. One could be a short-term goal, and the other one could be a long-term goal. Coming to your short-term goal, you can always make the HR feel happy that you are going to be placed in his organization. So you can say like, my short-term goal is I want to get placed in a company like yours. When you say this particular statement, really the HR will feel a lot of happy that you are too interested to join in their organization. When you speak about your long-term goal, do remember that your long-term goal could be speaking about your vision. So you can say like I want to be in a reputed position. That could become my long-term goal. See, but don't say like I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to I want to establish a startup recently. No. When you speak about starting off any startup or want to become an entrepreneur, the HR might have thought of that you are no longer should be in the organization. So instead you can go for I want to be in a reputed position in your own organization, certainly being a leader. So that could really sound good. So again, always don't abruptly end your self-introduction without thanking to the HR once again. So that could be really ideal. Again, you come up with a thanking phrase like, "Thank you so much, sir, for giving me this chance. I'm too happy if you if you want to make you if I make you hear more about me." That's all about self-introduction. Thank you for watching this video and do subscribe to Hi-Fi Tricks channel and you find a bell icon. Don't forget to click the bell icon. See you later.